Good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome to Rugby SA's Grand Final Saturday. First up today, we have got third grade Brighton versus Burnside. Idyllic conditions, a light breeze, sun is out. We are set to go.
Brighton is just entering the field today. Burnside are in the huddle, ready to go. And we should have kick-off in any moment.
Yeah, we're about 2 minutes away from kick-off. We've got Dan McDowell out in the middle with the whistle, being supported by Richard Hinkley and Graham Raymond as his ARs. And looks like Brighton to kick off, playing from left to right.
Brighton winning the qualifying final in the first week of finals to get straight into today's big show, and Burnside coming in the hard way. So it should
extra week might pay.
Yeah. There's two schools of thought about that. The time off is good or the time off is bad.
Depends if you train hard. So Elliot Booth, ball in hand, ready to get this match underway.
Bit questionable about the winger there from...
Contestable kick, but hacked through by Selwyn Nunu going dead, so it'll come back to the 22 for the first scrum of the match.
First scrum of the day should be interesting, see how it goes along. Burnside outside the 22, so see how it goes when it comes in. Scrum wasn't set very straight, but the referee's played it on. Number 8's breaking early. Ethan's passing the ball along. Nick Reed's running it up with a strong charge to the front. And the referee is playing the offside, it looks like.
Two advantages there. One in the centre and one over on the 15.
Yeah.
Offside.
Yeah, that's
with the breaking early from the number 8.
Yeah.
Zed Alford playing at number 8 today. And a little banana kick just takes it up over halfway. Oh, up towards halfway. Quick ball taken by Brighton. Brosnahan out wide. Noel Murtagh with a straightening run. Takes it up over the 10-metre line. Brosnahan quick ball out to Booth. Through the hands. Nunu stepping. Caught in the tackle and offloading. And Brighton taking it up to the 22. Back to the left. Looking for some width. Jaden Brom out to Robbie Ferguson.
Had numbers there, but couldn't play it properly.
Yeah, just the pass behind. Zed Alford taking it up, straight up. Good clear out by Brighton. Brosnahan digging in up to Tommy and Nets. Intercepted by Burnside.
That was a nice read. Nick Reed with that interception. Ethan with the clearing kick. Nicely on his left foot, brings it up to the 40-metre mark. Additional members are joining the grandstand today, and the peanut gallery is getting full quite quickly.
The referee just asking for a consistent gap for a Brighton line-out. Heading and picked off by Burnside.
Sam Davies gets up there quite nicely. He's done a great job. one of the quiet undersongs of the team. He just goes about his business. Ben Brearley going in for the clean out there. Burnside coming back to the short side with a Ethan looking to his left foot. Kicked it almost midfield on the 40.
Picks up Selwyn Nooner, who steps through the first tackle and the second. Tackle just over halfway. Looking to go blind, but passing back open up to Zam Glancy. First tackle. Good clear out by Brighton. Brighton looking for width again. Late offload in the tackle to Robbie Ferguson. Gets well met by a Burnside player. And Booth just dropping one in behind. Touched by Burnside into the in-goal area. Going to have to look to exit. Does well.
Oh, and he's in the backfield here, and he's got time and space with a nice bounce and a fend and an offload to a support player, and he's come along nicely. He's come back from the 5 metre line, almost up to the 35. Burnside is swinging right again. Ethan's done a cat-out pass with a drawn pass on the inside. And another, don't argue, and push him down. Burnside over the 40, over the 50 now. Straightening run there. Burnside have got numbers if they can play it. They've done a massive cut-out pass. 7. Burnside blistering run down the left-hand side. Scores in the corner.
Try to Burnside.
First points are on the board.
Yep. Brighton a bit guilty of sliding in too far, leaving a 2-man overlap on the outside for a nice wide pass out to the winger, who just clean set of heels round the outside.
Just pinned his ears back and off he went. From a coaching perspective, you'd like to see him put that ball in the right hand, on the left hand, so he can fend with his right, just in case. But he got the business done, so he should be very proud of himself.
Ethan Newen lining up for the conversion. Taking it just inside the 22, but on the 5 metre line. Having trouble with his tee, running out of time.
Does the old drop kick, and unfortunately...
Conversion unsuccessful. The score remains Burnside 5, Brighton 0.
Well, we passed the honeymoon phase of the kickoff now, so we should be able to see both teams get into their patterns and shapes and see how they play on from here.
So Burnside 5, Brighton 0 in the 7th minute. Back to halfway for a restart for Brighton.
Nicely taken by Sam Davies. Runs it straight hard, lowers the body, and off he goes. Thanks for coming. Hands on the ground there from the Brighton defender. Quick tap taken, and the ball is going through. Offload to Ben Brearley, who's now gone to ground. We have a ruck formed, just shy of the 50. Nice straight running, takes it up over, all stripped in the tackle. See how the referee plays it.
Knock on there to Burnside.
Yeah. Brighton ball.
Sam Glancy finally pouncing on the that bobbling ball. So good scrum position here for Brighton on the halfway, 15 in. Options both sides. First scrum was a good solid platform by both sides. Nice tidy scrum again by Brighton.
Drops it under. 12's a little bit isolated there. Ball comes out quickly though. Show and go from the fly half. Right back to the open side. Going very sideways at the moment, but we'll see how it progresses.
Up to Tom Lowe. steps through the first, gets dropped on the 10-metre line, rolls, places long pass. Out to Will Humphries. Looks to come back on an unders line into a wall of blue players. Playing right-hand side. Tommy Annette's up to Jeff Ahern. Still available. Brosnahan looking left and right up to Noel Murtagh. Only knows one way, which is straight up. Good passage of play here by Brighton. Tom Annette's met in a solid tackle. Quick replay. And Elliot Booth steps through, shows to pass, but takes it himself.
Yeah, Ben Brearley with a chopping tackle there, brings it down. Damon Fidge with a tackle, questionable technique there, but he brought him to ground.
Tom Lowe with a fadeaway pass that went to nowhere, picked up by Cam Garforth. Had to turn around to go back to the gain line. Ball available out wide to Selwyn Nunu. Steps in, looks to offload. Flirting with the sideline. Brosnahan. A short pass. Another metre gain. Murtagh through, but hit nicely by a Burnside tackle. Width up to Will Humphries. Solid run, solid tackle. And looking out for the left again.
Burnside have numbers there.
12.
Which has brought Brighton back on the inside.
Should have the overlap here. Oh,
yeah.
Pass wasn't made.
Yeah, nice little wraparound play.
Coming back centre field. Tom Annette's offloading to Will Humphries. Bit slower this time for Brosnahan. Selwyn Nunu on a hard unders line and dots it down on the 15. So great passage of play there from Brighton. Some good passing, some good width, some good phase play. So Selwyn picked a great line in between two low numbers and then just straight sailing all the way through for those last 10 metres.
You can see in the trees there's a little bit of a breeze coming across the screen from left to right, going back towards the right-hand corner. So we would expect that breeze to pick up later on in the day. Could be an interesting day for goal kickers.
So Elliot Booth adds the extra 2.
Conversion successful. Brighton with the lead. 7 points to 5.
Taking the score to 7-5 in the 12th minute. Nice clean strike on the conversion. Straight over the red and green dot. So Burnside get their first restart for the day.
Nice kick-off from Ethan. 15 and 22, taken by Brighton number 4.
Yep, Cam Garford making good leg drive, making another 5 metres. Brosnahan up to Zed Alford, offloads to Tom Annette's. Tom Annette's showing the ball.
Oh, there's a bit of a knock on there. See if the referee's picked it up, and he has.
Just a loose carry by Tommy Annette's, looking to offload in the tackle. Probably should have just tucked it up and taken the tackle.
Halfback's always complaining about the ball quality. Number 9 speaking to his number 8, so I dare say there might be an 8-9 pick at the end of the back of this play. See how it goes.
Oh, knock on there by the number 8. Not picked up.
The referee had the ball in his hand. He must have got something from the sideline. That's a nice drive.
And had all rights to that. Cam Garforth getting over the top, showed a clear set of hands on the ball and rewarded for his efforts. Brighton looked to exit.
Referee has him back a fair bit. I'd like to buy some land off him. That's a very generous 10 metres.
And sends it into Burnside territory a couple metres into the half.
Richard, if you're listening to this conversation later on, mate, you're welcome. Nice lad, though. Very nice lad.
So Tommy Nannett's short ball to Cam Garforth. Quick recycle out to Sam Glancy.
A bit of an obstruction there, I'd say. It's a good pickup by the referee. Staying with the banana kick as opposed to the traditional drop kick, or the end over end, or the drop punt, I should say. Brighton did steal Burnside's ball last time, so we'll see how this line out goes.
Uncontested.
Bit of noise from the crowd, but it was uncontested, so it doesn't have to go straight.
Arm out for not rolling.
It's a nice line from Offler. Takes it up over the 40 metres, heading back towards the Brighton goal line. Just seen in the game at the moment where Burnside's coming up a lot straighter on the first and second phase than what Brighton is. A nice little fucking left kick there from Ethan. And we're going back to the penalty for not rolling. It'll be interesting to see if he goes for the banana kick or the drop punt here, considering he's a right footer on the right hand side. Oh, sorry, left footer on the right hand side. He's done the hook around the body. Got a nice 20 metres off his kick.
So Burnside off the top, cleaned up, making an extra 5. Tacking ball centre field. Look for the skip out pass again.
Yeah, the skip out pass just kind of drew everyone's timing out there. Burnside have lost metres, but the ball's been recycled, so they can continue to push. Nice straight run off the first phase. Nick Reid pushing around to the left-hand side. Ball goes back around to the right. Once again, a nice little straight run there. Offload. Referee's called the pass forward, though. But I think we're going back to a penalty.
Offside penalty. Brighton just need to take an extra half step at the breakdowns. They've been caught a couple of times now. Quick tap.
Starts off slow but accelerates. Met nicely by the Brighton defence.
Driven back and a knock on. So good defence there by Brighton.
See how straight the scrum stays on this one. They've last couple of twisted on impact. Almost 20 minutes into a 35-minute half, so we're well established into the game. Everyone's hitting their rhythm and patterns.
It's a good platform for Brighton. Elliott Booth just chipping through.
Oh,
no one chasing.
It actually looked like it came off the side of his boot. Oh, that's going to be interesting to decision here, see what happens.
No, it was 2 hands on the ball, so it'll be just the knock on.
We mustn't be looking at the same screen because I don't think that was 2 hands. Yeah, you can just see in this replay that the ball comes off the right-hand side of his boot. He was looking to go a lot straighter than that. Oh no, he did come off the left, but he did have 2 hands in the area, so... Young Patrick, the Burnside left winger, doing a little bit of a David Campese impersonation there with the goosey.
So injury for number 8, Zed Alford. Kev Beckett just tending to him.
Be interesting to see if that's a tactical or a injury substitution here.
It wouldn't be tactical, that'd be injury. And Rob Parsons looks like he's coming on in the yellow headgear. No, you pretty much have to chisel Zed off, so 19 on, Rob Parsons. Take up his position at number 8. And we're going to reset a scrum.
Dan moving across to the other side, so we mustn't be happy with the right-hand side of the scrum. A fair bit of movement before the ball comes, but it's stable. Ball's out. Goes to Ethan. Nick Reed runs an unders line, coming nice and straight. After he comes into the line, gets appropriately stopped by the Brighton defender and gets an offload in. Ball recycled, Burnside going straight. Burnside have got numbers if they on the left-hand side if they can get it around. Brighton are following though. You can hear the crowd coming through. Oh, that was very questionable. He was off his feet there. He was actually had no some body support or whatever, but the referee's played it on. Brighton have got the ball on the 22, out from the 9. Long kick.
Elliot Booth down the centre of field. Takes it down to the 22. Shows to kick. Centres it. And all those Burnside players not retreating.
Oh, they are retreating just very slowly.
Well,
but it doesn't specify the pace in the law book.
Well, they're all offside, and Brighton ball digging deep. Up for Jaden Braun. Takes it an extra 5 metres up. Slow delivery this time. Up to Tom Lowe. Tom Lowe takes it up to the halfway line.
Stolen in the breakdown. Attempted intercept there. He's gone again. Patrick has scored a lovely try on the left-hand side, beating 2 defenders. Coming through, the Brighton lock's not happy, but the referee's played it on and he's blown his whistle. That's another 5-pointer to Patrick. Showing some very good pace down that left-hand side. Just wait for the replay here. Ben Brearley takes it up, draws passes, offloads it. Patrick grabs the ball, and we can see on the replay. Oh, he's got it on the left-hand side this time. Well done. And just pins his ears. Can't see where the referee is on the replay, but Brighton just falling off the tackles. Oh, they're in good position to make them, just unfortunate. Ethan's taken it about 18, 19 metres out, 20 metres in from the sideline. The ball hasn't fallen off the tee twice this time, so he's looking in a better position. And as you can hear by the crowd, he slots it over.
The score is Burnside 12, Brighton 7.
Ben Brearley getting a little bit of attention from the referee, from the medic. While the conversion's been done, he's getting taken off for the blood rule. So he's got 15 minutes to get back on, so hopefully he can get back on before half time, otherwise he might struggle to to come back into the play. Oscar Cornelius comes onto the field as a replacement, so Ben can get some medical treatment. And Oscar has grown up through the Burnside ranks. It's good to see him out here as well. Started off playing 9, but has really found himself playing in the flanks. And Oscar immediately gets in the play with a bounce off and a run, goes through. Let's see how the referee adjudicates this.
They're not releasing the ball.
Yeah.
Brosnahan just tried to take a quick tap, not on the mark, so being called back. And Elliot Booth looking for sideline. So taking it into the 22.
He's probably 18, 19 metres out there, I'd say. Can Brighton immediately strike back? Brendan Brearley's ready to come back on the field for his medical. It looks like Oscar's come off. No, Oscar's come off for a blood rule as well, I guess. Bit of claret coming down the young forehead.
So time back on for a Brighton line out. Uncontested by Burnside. Brighton setting up for a driving maul. Well positioned, nicely placed. Ball sitting at the back with Tommy Annetts. 5 metres to go.
Going to be very hard to stop from here once the maul's established. The referee's
arms out for collapsing. Yeah. Brosnahan reaching in. Ball up to Dan. Out to Jaden Braum. Steps and dots it down to the left of the uprights. Just good phase play there by Brighton. Great rolling maul.
He almost muffed that. He had numbers on the outside, decided to go himself. And the Burnside defender falling off the tackle.
And Kai Wilson's on for Tom Lowe.
Just trying to see if we can find out who collapsed that on the replay. Very hard to see. Referee would have had a good picture of it. He was right there on the spot.
Just nice clean hands using width. Jaden always strong on a tackle. Just steps off the left. Burnside player just slides off the tackle and dots it down. So just over the 22. Elliot Booth lining up. Sends it. Flags go up.
Conversion successful. Brighton hit the lead, 14-12.
Taking Brighton into the lead, 14-12, 27th minute. So it's been a tit-for-tat sort of first half here at South's Rugby. Bailey Reserve. Both sides showing good facets of play, but errors have been costing them. So restart by Nguyen. Sends it towards the sideline, cleaned up by Jono. Takes it in, over the 5. Arms out again. So looking for width again. So Dan Whitehead-Farr was upended in the tackle.
Oh, he's got him for a high tackle there. Ben Brearley on the sideline ready to come in. They'll have to wait until the kick to come down. Assuming that he makes touch. Got a nice boot on him, so shouldn't be a problem.
Sends it down. AR decides that it'll be right on halfway.
Yep. So Ben Brearley comes back onto the field under the first blood rule.
5-man line out for Brighton. goes to the front. Chopped that by the Burnside player. Free kick for closing the gap.
Tap taken by Ben. Runs a little bit sideways, but straighten up. Supported by Burnside. 2 players. Brighton with a counter up. Affects the play. Ball comes out the back. 1 pass out. Straight run there. Ball comes out the back of the ruck. Burnside are folded round to the left. They've got numbers if they can get it out, but they run straight. Ball secured again. They go again down the left-hand side. Unders run coming through. Off we tuck them down. Ball's... Referee's picked up something. Referee wants to have a chat with the Brighton team. I dare say it'll be no releasing in the tackle. I'd say they'd be on a warning now. Once again, Richard, I'd love to buy land off you. Brighton are back with the referee, but the referee's a little bit generous with the 10 metres. Really no effect though, because Burnside have kicked for the touch line. Line out on the 22. Taken by Sam, brought down. Maul's established. Brighton has collapsed the maul, the arm's gone up.
Yeah, taken down by Kyle Wilson.
Ball comes out. A little bit of a worm burner from Ethan there in the pass, but we come back to the clapped in the maul penalty. Brighton were having a chat to, so it's interesting to see that he hasn't had another chat. Another penalty in the red zone. Whether the chat was for consistently being consistent ruck breakdowns or a general team warning. But he's having another chat now, so we'll have to wait and see what happens at the end of this. Hopefully nobody goes to the bin. We want to see a good game of rugby. Not contested by Brighton, brought down, ruck formed and sucked.
Drop ball off the back.
Nonetheless, the play goes on, taken up by Burnside. Tackles formed, ruck. Taken up by Alex. Cleaned out by Damon. Ball's out quickly. Dick Reed runs straight to hard. Looks to the offload. Gets it to the scrum half. He runs up. Ball's popped out the back. Ruck still going. Still a Burnside ball. Down on the right hand side. Ball's there. Going out the back door. Numbers on the left. Oh, he had numbers. Should have passed it. Brighton have flooded the breakdown, and it looks like they've turned this over, but we're going back to a penalty, I'd say. The referee's blown his whistle. And he's called time off, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes. He's called the captain over. He's had a few chats, so we'll see. Interesting to see how this goes from down. Burnside going with the tap here. Down the right hand side, near the right hand goal post. That'll probably be held up, I would say. Dan's looking for some help from the AR, and held up is the call. So we'll have a line dropout.
Just a little bit upright in that carry. So Brighton will look to exit. Elliot Booth under the crossbar. sends it down to the 10-metre line. Let bounce.
And straight back and hard. Gets back to about 38-metre mark before he starts having in contact. The ball comes through. Ball's at the back of the ruck. Played off Ben. Taken by Alex. He's forward in the tackle. Brought the ball down. That ball's out, but that's a penalty for diving in and over the ruck. You've got to stay on your feet. That's a clinical error, that is. Arms up. Ball stolen. Can't dive near that breakdown. Burnside going for the kick. Left foot banana kick. It'll probably be around the 22-metre mark. Oh no, not even the 22. Probably 23, 24 metres out. You think Brighton will get a person up here so they don't have to really put Burnside under pressure to throw straight?
So no contest by Brighton.
Yeah.
Cam Garforth swimming through the middle, grabs the ball.
I don't know if you'd call that through the middle. It looked like he was established on the side of the ruck, on the side of the maul, but see how it goes.
Straight through the middle and taken down, so no clear advantage to either side, and that takes us into half-time. Brighton leading 14-12 over Burnside, and this third grade final.
Close score at half-time with Brighton just ahead, 14-12. Of course, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank the fantastic sponsors of Rugby Union South Australia, Hallett Group, Sports Centre, the South Australian Government, and Rugby Australia. Just a reminder, smoking and vaping is not permitted on the sideline. Can you please go to the car park or to the back of the premises to do that?
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half, the third grade final at A. Bailey Reserve Southern Suburbs Rugby Club. Burnside kicking off to Brighton, playing from left to right in the second half.
Just waiting on the referee to send us off, and we should be on to play.
Sends it down to the 22, cleaned up by Glancy. Takes it up. Clean recycle. Rob Parsons, well met by two Burnside players, gets dropped. Brosnahan digging out up to Will Humphreys. Shadows slightly sideways and offloads in the tackle to Elliot Booth. Out one wide to Jaden Braum. Goes over the top and over the top of Robbie Ferguson, but we're coming back.
Didn't quite see what that penalty was for, but I'm sure the referee will let us know.
High tackle.
I hope he's taking the... Apologise for that, gents. I was just having an outside conversation.
Booth sends it onto the roof of the stand and ball out on halfway. Brighton appears to be unchanged from the end of the second half. Rob Parsons and Kai Wilson still out there.
Penalty there, so short arm, free kick for not straight on the line out. That's the benefits of contesting the line out, even if you don't get to it. Nice little quick tap taken. Ball taken down. That's probably going to run dead, and that'll probably come back for a scrum on the halfway. It's a beautiful day for rugby, though. Absolutely beautiful day.
Yeah, slight error there by Burnside, overcooking that kick. Just probably hoping it would sit up in the end goal. Chase is going through, but Brighton scrum on the halfway, 15 in.
Carl Popplewells came on the field for Alex for Burnside at half time, and Harvey Brennan's come off, and Koski has gone on.
Good platform there by Brighton. Brosnahan digging deep. Sends it out to Dan. Dan running hard on the tackle. Takes it just short of the 10-metre line. Out to Rob Parsons. Booth spinning in the tackle, offloading. Out to Selwyn Nunu. Puts a little chip through. And this will stop just short of the goal line. Robbie Ferguson chasing. And coming back for...
Referee just asking Nick Reid to be a little bit quiet, and Nathan, being the captain's gone up and spoken with Dan, so
offside by Burnside. So Brighton will look for the safety of the sideline.
Oh, they've called a scrum. I wonder if they got inspiration from the Wallabies going to the sideline every time, making a weird call or going for the draw. Got the scrum at the 40.
So centre field scrum 10 metres into Burnside territory. Attacking opportunities on both sides. Solid scrum by both sides. Little step forward by Brighton. Pick off the back by Parsons. Out to Brosnahan, up to Braum. Braum crashing through the first tackle. Back to the right again, up to Glancy. Glancy over the gain line. Out to Annette. Shows. Takes it into tackle, into the contact. Burnside trying to push through, but ball out. Out to Nunu. Big step in and out. Brosnahan digging out. Up to Parsons. Parsons straightening. Offloads in the tackle. Up to Kai Wilson. Kai Wilson. Loose carry. Ball gets knocked back. Arms out. Booth sort of searching sideways. Gets flung by an arm. And we'll be coming back for a high tackle.
I'd like to see the replay on that one. Both players are upright.
Very kickable position for Booth.
The cameraman's right beside him. He's doing something. Wondering whether or not he can show us that tackle. That'll be this run here. Here we go. The referee is closer than us, so he must have seen something we didn't see.
So shot signalled.
Must be getting very close to the minute time now.
So Elliot Booth sends it. Flags go up. Takes the 3. Pushing Brighton out to 17-12 of the Burnside in the second minute of the second half.
Brighton moves to 17 points inside 12.
So another substitution. Connor Jones on for Will Humphries. The Burnside set for the restart. Sends it deep. Fielded by Parsons. Offloads in the tackle to Cam Garfield. He makes another couple of metres. Burnside player diving in over the top, but being signalled for straight in. Out again to Dan Whitebread far, but coming back for the penalty.
Nick Reed's come off the field. I haven't quite figured out who his substitution is yet, but I'll get you that information when it comes through. Looks like it's Kieran Sandbrook, actually. Coming into the 12.
The Brighton line out. Plays the front to Cam Garforth. No jump. Takes it up over the advantage line.
Well, it's good adaptation by Brighton. They've been done for a couple of times, it's not thrown straight. And if you make the short pass, well, then it can't go crooked.
Sam Glancy making gain line again. Slower ball, wrap around by Booth. Shaping to kick, but offloads to Nunu. And Nunu bundled into touch by Burnside defence. So Burnside 5 metres into Brighton territory.
Nicely taken by Sam Davies. Ethan to Rowan. Rowan takes it up to the 40-metre mark. Balls comes out. Kieran Sandbrook absorbs the tackle.
Yeah. Cannot palm to the face.
Well, actually, you can.
You cannot palm to the face. You cannot strike the head in rugby anymore.
No, we've had this discussion midweek, actually, so...
Clearly there's a penalty for it.
Yeah, it'll be for excessive force, but you can actually do this in the law. So the law book says contact with the head doesn't exclude the arm. It says forearm. The hand is not part of the arm, so you can actually fend to the face. Whether or not the referee's interpreted that way, that's how it goes, but... Thomas Greenshields, Carl Popper and myself, we had a very robust discussion in this.
And yellow card.
So, I think Kieran's been hard done by there, but it's the referee's decision, so we've got to move on.
Yep, you can't make a striking motion towards the face. Brighton not finding touch.
Some might call that poetic justice. Nice run by Brighton, the Burnside winger. Made it back up to the 40.
Held up in the tackle. Ball to ground now. Brighton got to get clear. Sends it long.
The referee did have his arm out for advantage there, so I don't think there's a tactical or territorial advantage, so we should be coming back for the penalty for not rolling away.
So Brighton scrum a couple of metres into Burnside territory. Burnside defending with 14 players. 7-man scrum. Aidan Brosnahan to feed. Nice clean scrum by Brighton. Controlled by Burnside as well. Booth aping to Kip, but offloading to Jeff Ahern. Cleaned out by Rob Parsons. Back round to the right-hand side, offloading the tackle. Murtagh tackled over the gain line. One off run. Jeff Ahern's making metres. Good leg drive in the tackle. Looking to the right-hand side, up to Glancy. Glancy offloading. Slower ball this time. Cam Garforth. Well controlled by Burnside. Got a release now. Out to Glancy again, who offloads.
Looks like Burnside have made a tactical decision not to contest the breakdowns at the moment.
Kai Wilson with good leg drive, taking it into the 22. Brosnahan digging deep, offloading inside ball to Dan Whitehead far. Makes good metres up to the 5 metre line. Slow ball, Rob Parsons digging in. Picks and goes, makes an extra couple of metres. Quick ball again, available for Cam Garforth. Just the one-off runners at this stage. Connor Jones having a go. Getting awfully close to the try line. Looks but like egging the ball out. Jaden Braum going only one way but straight. Ball again back towards the post by the tight 5. Brosnahan digging, offloading Kai Wilson. Kai Wilson dumping the ball on the tackle as he was trying to offload to Selwyn Nunu. It's a good passage of defence there by Burnside. Met Brighton at every front. We've got a player down by the posts.
It's called for substitution. 2
subs for Brighton. We've got 16 is Rob Smedley for Jaden Braum, and 20 is Bernard Lusian on for Tommy Annette. So Rob Parsons going into front row, hooking duties with Kai Wilson and Connor Jones. Bernard into the 2 row and Cam Garforth into number 8. And Rob Smedley going to 10, pushing Elliot Booth back to fullback. A good scrum by Brighton, putting pressure on at the back for Burnside. Exits nicely, taking it up towards the 22. So Brighton still with a one-man advantage.
Oscar Cornelius has come onto the field. And he has replaced Rowan Hopping.
The Brighton line out. Just in their 22. Cam Garforth juggled off the top, tap back to Brusnahan. Pass going backwards through the hands of Murtagh and cleaned up by Burnside.
Good pick up there by Alex. Picked it up at his ankles. Driven nicely. Juggled a little bit there by Oscar, but taken. Brighton defence could press there, but Burnside couldn't get the ball out.
Arm's gone out.
That's
possibly for a high tackle.
I think it might have been non-releasing. But we'll see how it goes. Burnside will recycle the ball after the next phase. Good leg drive, taking it up to the 40. Burnside straight there. Ball back out. Burnside coming back to the blind side. Going on the outside. Beating him for pace. Going down the right-hand sideline. Hard to see with the crowd standing up, but that's okay. Referee's got his arm out. I'd say that would be for the hands on the ground. The referee's called time off, and he's gone to his pocket. So it brings it back to 14 players apiece. Kick taken. Probably about 10 metres out from the Brighton goal line. So Brighton missing their 13 and Burnside missing their 12. It'll be interesting to see how they adapt. Looks like that ball was taken by Cruz Gabriel. Driven by Burnside, rolling more. Try awarded.
Right, Burnside evening up the score.
Rolling more was set up nicely there, taken down, and just continue to go. As you can hear, the Burnside supporters getting very vocal. Ethan's lining up for his kick. Kieran Sandbrook's standing up, so it looks like he's might have done his time in the bin. See how that goes. Ethan doesn't do his best kick, and the ball stays 7 in a piece.
It is unsuccessful. The scores remain level with minutes to go.
So the score's all tied up here at 17, all in the 55th minute. Brighton back to halfway for the restart. Elliot Booth sends it. Arm went straight out.
Yeah, there was high contact there, which is a bit unfortunate for Brighton because he met the shoulder first, but he did make contact with the head in the tackle. So space on the left-hand side. Nice little offload hand side. Patrick down the left-hand side. Beats one, loses the ball in the tackle. And taken in the touch. So a bit of a to and fro over there. The players are starting to get a little bit heated.
Great covering tackle there by Elliot Booth.
Oh, there's a penalty there. Not sure what it signalled for.
No, I'd say it's for ill discipline.
Just seeing if we can see a signal from Dan, but not quite. Kick taken by Burnside. Just inside Brighton's 22.
Burnside back to their full complement of 15. Ball in deep. Juggled at the back. Knock on there by Burnside and by Brighton. Should be a scrum on 22 and 15 metres in.
Yeah, I think the ball was just knocked on by Sam Davies in the air. Rob Smedley looked like he's turned his hip, so he's probably going to look to kick the ball out. Oh no, he's
centred it, and ugly bounce.
Knocked on by Brighton there in the tackle, or in the regather I should say. Regathered by Burnside, and now it's playing on. Wrap around by Oscar, taking the ball off Ethan. Gets past one, taken by another. Ball recycled. That ball's gone back.
Tackle by Dono. Coming back for offside. Taken quickly.
It'd be interesting to see if they adjudicated within the 10 there. Outside the 10, the referees played the penalty.
Burnside not releasing the ball. Nice covering tackle there by Aidan Brosnahan, getting back on side and then making the tackle for the quick take. Elliot Booth sending it, finding touch safely. Midway 22, 10 metre. And Brighton sub got Tom Lowe coming back on. Next breakdown.
Not straight, I think is the ruling there. And the substitution's been made.
Tom Lowe on for Kai Wilson.
Tap taken, ball taken up by Carl Popwell, otherwise known as Baby Jesus, around the clubhouse. Ball recycled. From Ethan to Kieran. Kieran out to the...
Ball gone back and loose pass.
Picked up by Patrick, he's beaten one. Tackled nicely there by the Brighton. Ball recycled. Burnside time to regather, reset. Bit of an average pass there from Sam Davies, but taken nicely. Damon Fidge there in the contact. The referee's got his arm out. Ball recycled. Taken by Sam, offloaded to Koski. Looks like there was a knock on there, but we're coming back for the penalty, I'd say, for the high tackle, for the high contact. So we're 59 minutes into a 70-minute game, and it'll be interesting to see what Burnside do here. And they've indicated that they will have a shot at goal. A couple of Burnside replacements coming into the sideline, I dare say, for the restarts. Tony Bedford is one, and Livingston coming back on the field. Livingston's been on and off a few times because of the injury rule. And Livingston, I'm not going to have a crack at your surname. As you can tell by the crowd's reaction, Ethan has picked the conversion.
Burnside 20, Brighton 17.
So Damon Fitch and Uffy Tavorovic have come off. Sorry, that's not Uffy. That is our halfback. That is Josh Burgess.
So Tyson Diamond and Tom Annette's on for Jeff Ahern and Rob Parsons. Nice restart by Booth. Bit of miscommunication, but well done by Burnside.
Tony Bedford's gone into playing halfback.
Partially charged. Cleaned up by Tyson Diamond.
Puts all players on side, that charge here.
Smedley offloading to Tom Lowe. Out again. Smedley taking it to the line. Looking to side his way through. Gets well met by the Burnside players. Aidan Brosnahan having a little pick and go himself. Burnside players got a roll there though. Just not happening.
Go and give Brighton a choice of penalties.
Oh, and a little bit of chat from Burnside. So Elliot Booth sends it down midway, 10 metre, 22. Brighton attacking Burnside's try line. And Brighton back up to 15 players with Selwyn Nunu doing his time on the bench.
Line out one by Burnside, cleaned up by Oscar. Shrugs the tackle and comes back up on 3. Tackle's completed by Brighton. And Burnside have taken the ball out for clean out. Not Ethan's best kick. And we've pretty much got a line out where Brighton started. Line out one by Sam Davies. The throw supported him. Carl Popperell at the back of the breakdown there. Given to Livingstone, bumps off the first tackle, tries to go again. Met by Brighton. Ball's coming through. Pass taking back to Ethan, who clears it nicely. Better kick this time. And probably takes it 35 out. And Burnside have probably got the wood over Brighton in the lineouts at the moment, so you continue to kick it out.
Yeah, Brighton have just got to clean up their line out and get the communication going between hooker and ball carrier. So quick ball this time into Cam Garforth, clean off the top. Sam Glancy taking it up to the gain line. Brosnahan digging deep out to Smedley. Quick ball out to Nunu, who chips through.
Cleaned up by Ethan in the backfield.
Oh, juggles in the tackle, but finally tackled.
Retains ball. Kick back to Pass back to Offie. He kicks it with his left foot, takes it outside the 50. The ball's into the crowd, so they can't do a quick throw. And
super generous on the out.
Oh, yeah. Once again, I make the call. Like the ball land off him, but he was a bit away from the ball, not by his undoing, just because of the speed of the turnover and the timing of the kick.
So right. Ball slapped back by Garforth. Dirty offload to Tyson Diamond from Brosnahan. Yards made. Digging in. Smedley up to Glancy in centre field. Still haven't made it to the gain line. Digging deep again. Wide ball to Robbie Ferguson. Robbie Ferguson, well tackled by Burnside players, just shy of halfway. Burnside looking for a turnover and to bundle it into touch, and they've done that. Ball's still live. No. Referee. But come back for an offside.
I wonder if we can see the replay on that, see if we can pick up the player. The camera operators beside me say no. So anyway, we'll move on.
Quick tap taken by Smedley. Offloads to Tom Annette. Spins through the first tackle. Arm goes up again. Offside again. Quick ball by Brosnahan up to Noel Murtagh. Murtagh 12. Ball again to Sam Glancy.
Met by Sam Davies.
Nice clear out at the breakdown. Brosnahan digging. Smedley. Short ball to Nunu. Met by a wall of blue. Brosnahan back out to the left. Offload. Elliott Booth spinning in the tackle. But Burnside players all over the ball.
Referee's gone back in his pocket, so I'm not sure what this one's for. Wasn't really cynical play, but I wonder if it's the consistent penalties.
Consistence for offside. And a high tackle.
Oh, he's picked him for a high tackle. Don't know if we can see the replay on that one.
So Brighton's called a scrum. In the 68th minute, so we've got 3 minutes left on the clock. Brighton trailing Burnside 20 points to 17.
Got a little bit of confusion about substitutions coming on off the field at the moment, so we just... Burnside have had to make a front row replacement because of Livingston coming in onto the into the naughty chair. So Koski's come off, Damon Fitch has gone back on, and that's where it's come through.
Big scrum by Brighton. Smedley out the back, clean hands, out to Ferguson. Ferguson trying to get around the outside, well levelled, pops in the tackle. Booth making an extra couple of yards. Out to Bernard, takes it up into the 22 again. Digging deep and then a change of play.
You can hear the crowd questioning that
forward,
pass.
But judged to be a fair pass by Anna. Call for the blind side, just an untidy pass by Brosnahan, and it slides into touch, beating the player.
There's no clock at the game.
So Brighton contest and take off the top. Tommy Annette cleans up. 6 metres out. Tom Lowe coming in on a hard unders line, met by a wall of blue again. Takes it up to the 5. Bernard digs in, gets driven back. Brosnahan digging in. Comes back to the blind side to Robbie Ferguson, who scores in the corner.
Referee's called time off here. He's speaking
He's
to
just
his AR.
conferring with his AR. Brighton seem fairly confident.
Stand by.
Yep, ball down there. Try is awarded.
Try to Brighton.
So a massive kick here for Elliot Booth, right on the sideline. "70 minutes is up on the clock. Brighton just nudge ahead 22-20 with a kick to come. Down row running the water out and the tee. Notched up his 600th game for Brighton earlier in the season.
Referee looking at his clock. Must be very close to the 60 seconds.
And ball sent by Booth towards it, and flags stay down. And that is full time. Brighton take it 22-20 right on the last play. A torrid match by both sides. Some great interplay, some great defence. Brighton very lucky to take that one away.
That has set a tone for hopefully a great day of rugby. That is a very tight, contestable match.
Yep.
As we go up through the grades, hopefully we see less errors.
Robbie Ferguson being hoisted into the air. Brighton premiers. Brighton, take out the third grade for Rugby SA for 2025. And that's us done here for the third grade final. Brighton 22, Burnside 20, and a well-played match.